Hey guys, welcome back to Nate's Creative Solutions. What I got here with me is the DeWalt Staplegun battery operated brushless. This thing is incredible. I bought this on eBay because it was a return. Also, I think it was damaged. But what I did was take it apart. I actually had another drill that I bought from a pawn shop that was just junk. It wasn't working, and I took it apart and fixed it. And so I felt like I had enough experience to take this on. But when in reality, I took it apart and there was one wire missed, or detached. Plugged it in, works perfect. So I bought it for $100. So what you have here is the staple gun. It's an 18 gauge. It can shoot to a 1/2 inch staple to a 1.5 inch staple. And these are the 1/4 inch narrow staples. So we're just going to do a couple shots here. So what you have, sorry for interrupting again, you have two modes. You have two modes right here. So you have bump fire, sorry, and then you also have single fire. So single fire, what that allows you to do is that when you're pushing the trigger, it doesn't do anything. But then you push down on the material, there, it does something right there. So the bump fire, I need to set my gauge on here. There we go. The bump fire actually allows you to push the trigger and run the motor like that. And then whenever your tip comes in contact with the wood, it will fire right away. Just like that. Also will allow you to do the single fire where you put the, a lot of times for trim, you're trying to push the trim back and then fire it. So if you had if it was constantly running and then right when you come in contact with just like the earliest convenience, then it shoots, that's kind of annoying. But for this, for the bump fire, you can also, instead of pulling the trigger, you push on the material and then shoot it again. So it has the ability to do both things, and I've actually never gone on single fire since I bought it like a year ago. So this thing's pretty incredible. I enjoy it. It's quiet. It's you always think when you're holding one of these, it's going to be like really heavy like this, but really after working with it, you know, you get pretty comfortable with it. I would suggest this to anybody, honestly. Downsides, you know, it is heavy, it is bulky, I guess. But I mean, if you had just a normal staple gun, you know, that's gonna be heavy or not heavy per se, but like, where is mine's inside. I have a brad nailer here. But let's say, here, let me show you. This is a small brad nailer as well, so I don't even use this that much. So let's say you were using a brad nailer. Yeah, sure, it's a lot smaller, but this also, you'll also have to have a cord, and then you'll also have, you know, you have the cord to the tool, then a cord to the wall, then you have an air compressor that's super loud, super inconvenient to bring in houses, and I think we can all agree that that's way more inconvenient than having this. If you're doing an all-day job or maybe a week job and you're just going to leave your stuff there, I can understand how that could be not easier, but you know, you could understand the price difference and just go with the old style. But I'm really thinking everybody's leaning towards this way now since it's just so easy. It took me a lot to buy it because I have an air compressor, I have two, and basically I didn't want to give up. You know, the air compressor, you can run everything off of it. You know, you buy one air compressor and then you buy cheap tools that run off the air compressor. These are $300 a piece and it only does one thing. So that was my big thing was, you know, really invest into a system that's going to be here for the long term, or do I just use the old stuff that's cheap? So I'm happy with this. It kind of eased me into, this was my first expensive DeWalt tool, like versus, you know, the impacts and the drill, and I think that was about it. I had the oscillator saw too. I think that was everything that I got with my original kit, and then I bought a little drill for the pawn shop, like I said. But this was my first big tool that I got from DeWalt that I was super excited about. High ticket, high priced item, but you know, I have no complaints about it as far as running well. All around a great tool, and the number of it is DCN 681. So yeah, it comes with an extra tip. I think I lost one tip, and it comes with 2 extra right here. You can adjust your depth gauge right here. So if you want it a little bit above, you can do that. As you can see that right there, versus all these other ones that are flush. That one's out a little bit. Also, what you can do here is also just go like this, push down just a little bit, and just oops, sorry about that, and just get a little bit off. But yeah, I like it. I enjoy it. I use it probably weekly, probably. So yeah, hopefully this helps you make your purchasing decision. I know all these other brands are coming out with theirs. I don't know, I'm just so invested into the DeWalt at this point to where it doesn't make any sense for me to switch. But yeah, thank you so much. Please subscribe and like.